it's Michelio and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that is a little bit on the more serious side, and that is failure. And you're probably wondering, Mitchie, why would you even want to talk about failure? What is this video even going to be about? We're going to start by quoting Will Smith on a video that I've seen. Fail early, fail often, and fail forward. So I'm sure initially in your head right now you're thinking, okay, well, isn't failure something that's negative and that we want to avoid? Well, you know, I thought the same thing. And I'm here today to kind of see if I can switch your mindset and see if you can build a healthier relationship with failure, which I think is really important when you want to pursue your goals. So when we were growing up, I'm sure that we kind of had the idea where if you're gonna compete, you want to win. You want to be number one. And if you're not number one or you're not good enough, then you lose. And losing is, of course, kind of the thing where we have to accept that we failed. There was such a negative idea around failure that growing up, I think a lot of us developed the fear of failure. And to go into that further, it's like, okay, so our bodies and minds are made a certain way. They're kind of wired a certain way. So if we see something that's risky, if we see something that could potentially hurt us, we usually stay away from it or avoid it completely. I think failure is actually really positive. I think that we forget that from failures you learn everything. I mean, for example, when you first learn how to ride a bike, they put a helmet and knee pads and elbow pads on you. Why? It's because it's almost like they expect failure, but the end result will be that you learned how to ride your bike. And I think that that's a concept that we need to apply to a lot of things in our lives. You know, like, I want to put myself out there and be on YouTube and kind of just like really inspire a lot of people. But something that I've been afraid of is failing, you know, maybe not receiving the support that I've been wanting, or maybe just not being liked, or, you know, maybe just being somebody who takes that risk and just isn't successful overall, you know. And that's something that has held me back. Like, you guys, I'm telling you that I've been wanting to record myself and kind of build a brand for myself and reach out to others on YouTube. It's been years. We're talking, I must have been in high school when I first decided that this was going to be one of my goals. And for years and years, it was always like that little voice in my head, Mitchie, like, there's a chance that you'll fail. You know, there's so many people out in the world. Like, why would anybody want to watch you? Like, I literally have been so sick of this mindset. And it's like, why do we even worry about the reasons we shouldn't do something? You know, like, in our heads, it's always like, oh, well, that's impossible. But I remember a quote from Nelson Mandela. And he said, it's always impossible until somebody does it. So we sit at home every single day and we watch these people like on our social media, and we're inspired maybe for that 5 minutes, and we're thinking like, wow, they're like living their lives and they're happy, you know, like, I want that. And then you sit there and you're like, okay, well, this is my goal. And now you're like, how am I gonna get there? And you think about it and you're like, holy shit, like, that sounds scary. Like, I don't think I can put myself out there. I don't think I can be vulnerable. And I think a lot of people are afraid to jump at opportunities because they have that fear of failure. And the thing is, you know, maybe not everybody is successful, because the moment that they fail, they never get back up. But what you don't realize is you could really use that failure to your benefit. You know, like, when you fail, what happened? Okay, maybe it didn't work out how you wanted, but at the end of the day, you did learn something. Like, maybe I should have done things differently, or I need to change this for next time. And you get up and you do it again. And even if you were to fail, you know, like 1,000 times, it doesn't matter how many failures you have, because you know that if you continue and you are consistent, then you will reach your goal. One of the videos that I've seen, or one of the speeches I listened to, were from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he said, I always remember this because, you know, your girl works out almost every day. I am a personal trainer. I do have to stay motivated, so I think that I can really connect to what he said in this video. He said that he used to work out in a gym, and I think he had really, really gruesome bodybuilding workouts. He would be at the gym, I think, 4 or 5 hours a day. And so people would always ask him, like, why are you happy? Why are you always smiling when you work out? And his answer was, he's smiling because he knows that every rep and every set, no matter how painful, is one step closer to his goal. And I think that really spoke to me, because it's true. You know, like, you don't want to do something, you don't want to try again after failing, and you don't want to be that person who fails for the second and third time. But does that really even matter? You know, how many failures you've had if you really overcome all of those, and you tried and you tried and you never gave up, and then you were able to reach your goal? Like, even right now, like, I'm recording this video, I'm sitting here and I'm sharing with you what thoughts are on my head, but I have no idea if anybody's gonna view this. I have no idea if this will even impact anybody's lives, or, you know what, but all I can do is really hope. You know, right now I'm hoping that what I'm saying really speaks to somebody and it inspires them. You don't have to be afraid of failing, that failure can actually be positive, that you can absolutely do anything that you want to do if you just change the way you think and really work for your goal. I may not be the most successful person right now, but something that I do realize, and something that I want to share with you guys, is that failure is amazing. And I think that we need to take more risks and stop being so afraid of what the possible outcome is, because regardless of the outcome, you have to think that it's going to be positive anyway. You know, I failed, I learned, I fixed it, and now I'm going to do it again. And I do not want to see, you know, people coming in here and they're like, okay, well, I failed, and I'm kind of just like not going to ever do that again. I think I'm really just content right here. No, you're not content. You're upset that you failed, and you're afraid that it's gonna happen again. I think one of the best things that you can do every day is, if you're gonna have any type of confrontation, you should confront fear every day. And I think that we have these moments all day long, you know? Let's say you're at the gym and you wanna try a new workout that you saw on Instagram. My username's Mitchie Fitness, by the way, MICHIEFITN, yes. And you're like, I really want to try it, but there's a ton of people in the gym right now and I don't want to look dumb. Okay, let's change that, okay? If you see something you want to try, do it. If you fail, you learned what didn't work for you, you pick it up and you do it again. I did not get to where I'm at. I'm not saying I'm amazing and I have everything, but I didn't get half the things that I have just by sitting on failure. I didn't think to myself like, okay, like that dumbbell over there looks a little heavy, but I think I'm just gonna pass. So what I'm saying is, build your relationship with failure and you will succeed. Failure can absolutely be a positive thing. Don't be afraid of it. You know, every time you fail, you are one step closer to success. I'm hoping that what I said here really resonated with you, and I really hope that all those goals that you've been waiting to attain or really reach for, that you're able to now. And you know, who cares how many times you fail? You know, eventually you'll get there, and I believe that you will. I have a ton of goals that I'm waiting to attain, and 2019's here, and I am going ham, okay? And I just want to thank you guys for listening, and I hope that you are here for my next video. Thank you. Bye.